I get a lot of requests for NOD farms, notice of default farms, or distressed property pre-foreclosure farms. A lot of my clients like to call on these distressed property owners who have defaulted on their loan payment. But remember, once that notice of default has recorded, now the clock is ticking before that trustee sale happens and the property's foreclosed on. So the reason for this video is I just want to give you the timelines, the important timelines that I think you need to know, that are important for you to be aware of if you do get a listing where there is a notice of default, a pre-foreclosure situation, and you want to make sure that you don't have any issues at closing time with the foreclosure sale about to happen. So generally speaking, when the homeowner is about 3 months behind in payments, the lender can start the foreclosure process, which means they'll record a notice of default. On that notice of default, you'll see the amount due, any penalties and foreclosure fees. And the lender will give you 90 days, they're required by law to give you 90 days to pay that amount current. If you do pay it current, then they will record what's called a notice of rescission, basically rescinding that notice of default. However, if the borrower is unable to pay it current, after 90 days, the lender is now going to record what's called a notice of trustee sale. So they're going to appoint a trustee to handle that foreclosure process. And once that document is recorded, you now have about 21 days until the sale date. So when you see that notice of trustee sale, the recorded document, you will see an exact date, time, and place of when that foreclosure is supposed to happen. And typically the lender will give the borrower about 5 days prior to the foreclosure sale date to pay the loan current. If they're within that 5 days, so less than 5 days till the foreclosure sale date, really the only way to stop that foreclosure is either to pay the loan in full or to reach out to that trustee and request an extension, request them to postpone that sale date. And the reason I bring all this up is, when I was a title officer, this is something I would see happen quite often, where our close of escrow date and the date of the foreclosure are either the same day or very close. What title wants to see is there at least be 2 days in between, hopefully more. Because what title becomes nervous about is there really going to be enough time for that trustee who's handling that foreclosure, that trustee sale, will there be enough time for them to receive our funds, make that payoff, and stop that foreclosure sale? So my suggestion to you is, if you know that your close of escrow date is pretty close to that foreclosure sale date, start reaching out to that trustee that's handling that foreclosure. Ask them to grant you an extension and postpone that foreclosure sale. So to quickly wrap this up, if you're interested in an NOD farm, reach out to me, happy to get you one. If you have questions about notice of default, notice of trustee sale, or the whole foreclosure process and the timelines, reach out to me anytime. I'm always here for you. Have a wonderful day and talk to you soon.